You're listening to the SAFM Market Update with MoneyWeb, brought to you by the Escalator Funds from Discovery Invest. Discovery is an authorized financial services provider. And this Investment Insights report is brought to you by BOE Private Clients, now with day-to-day banking for the fortunate few. BOE Private Clients, money never sleeps. Well, it's breaking the mold in our Investment Insights tonight, and that's what Capitec has been up to. Riaan Stassen, the Chief Executive, is with us in the studio at a time, Riaan, when we are seeing virtually every other bank coming in with results where the profits are contracting, margins are under pressure, difficult times are being portrayed almost across the board. Capitec today came out with headline earnings up 42%. Your business grew dramatically again in this last financial year to the end of February. And you've managed to jack up your dividend payment by 40%. You do pride yourselves on being simple and breaking the traditional banking mold. But if you could sum it up in just a few short sentences, how is it that you are different to everybody else?
Well, in the first instance, we focus very sharply on one particular market segment. And it's simply put, if we can't take a photo of you, we can't open a bank account. Apart from that,
if you can't take a photo of? That must be everybody that you can take a photo of, surely.
Well, it's just for individuals. It's not CCs, it's not trusts, it's not companies. It's not businesses. So really that enables us to have created a product offer that suit that market. And really our belief is that most people want a simplified, transparent bank offer. Something that they can understand, something that's easy to use. In Capitec there's no paperwork. We've got a very easy price structure to understand. All fixed fees, what you see is what you get.
But you started off at the lower end of the market, but progressively have appealed to people like David Shapiro. Julius Cobbett in our office is a great supporter of yours because he says he doesn't want to pay banking fees if he doesn't have to, and at Capitec he doesn't have to.
Well, Alec, we migrated from a microlending business to a bank. That was really the avenue that we've used to create a full bank model. I believe it's virtually impossible to start a new retail bank just because your cost of establishment of a national distribution network and so forth is so high that you can hardly do that. And we've taken the opportunity in 2001 when we started to migrate from microlending, building up a distribution network, building up a customer base, and then converting that customer base to bank with us. What we had in mind initially is exactly where we're heading towards now. Is to bank anyone that's got a need for basic low-cost banking.
You are, with your branch network, 363 branches, and you're expanding that, and your ATMs that you're expanding as well, perceived as a bit of a low-tech banking organization because you are also pretty simple. Are you doing much work on the internet?
Yeah, we've launched our internet banking beginning last year, and contrary to what you say, we are really driven by technology. Our whole banking platform is pretty much technology-based. And that is how we have succeeded in taking the complexities of banking away from the front end, away from our consultant, away from the customer. That's why the customer don't have to complete a form. We process information directly onto the system. We don't have a back office in any of our branches. So in that regard, we can focus our branch staff on customer service, on sales, and not on reconciliations, on controls, etc. The system does that for them. That is why we introduced biometrics to ensure that there's proper control. We've introduced digital identification of our customers. When they swipe their card, enter their PIN, the customer photo will appear on the screen and all the information. So you
don't have legacy systems to worry about, and you've been able to kind of reinvent the wheel in banking.
I think that was one of the advantages starting from scratch. Obviously, risks come with that. Technology is very complex in banking. But we've succeeded with that. We've succeeded to build the bank on a Microsoft platform. That does give us the opportunity to grow our processing capacity and our applications as market conditions change.
What's the long-term strategy for Capitec Bank? By now you've got to a size where, if not African Bank would be very interested in perhaps partnering with you more closely. one of the big four would certainly be maybe licking their lips at a juicy acquisition. Is that part of your future?
Well, we're a pretty entrepreneurial management team. We prefer to create businesses, so we don't really look at mergers, acquisitions, and I'm not sure whether we would fit into one of the traditional banks. It's just a different bank model, different bank mindset.
But where do you see the company going to if you were to take a 10 to even or 20-year view?
Well, we believe that there's still ample opportunity within South Africa. And from the outset, we realized that once we get to a situation of saturation, that we need to move international. And I've got no doubt, we've had a look at a number of countries, that the same need that exists in South Africa also apply not only to Africa, but also to Europe and the South Americas.
Your share price is, your rating, in fact, is higher than all of the big banks, which I think it must be particularly pleasing to you. And for those who don't understand what I mean by that, the shareholders who are buying into Capitec are prepared to pay more as a premium over your net assets than they would be doing it for some of the big banks. That, though, does put you on a bit of a treadmill.
Sure. You know, it was extremely challenging building a new business, and more so building a new bank. So we remain modest. We've still got hard work to do, but the success is pleasing.
Are we able to take from your results and interpret anything for African Bank, which is operating in a similar area?
Well, I believe that African Bank is also doing well. They're a good company. They're well managed. And I think with the advent of the NCA opening a new market...
That's a new credit act.
That's right, yes. A market above 10,000 Rand loans, that there's a big opportunity in the market. And that's really where they're also capitalizing.
Riaan Stassen, Chief Executive of Capitec. And